Hello everyone, my name is Samantha. Last year I met the most amazing girl I've ever seen. Her name is Aylin and she has big blue eyes. I haven't seen her in 10 months, but I still think about her every day. I had always wanted to make a channel about Aylin because I needed to talk about her with somebody and tell everyone what an incredible girl she is. But the truth is I found my biggest motive just a few months ago when one of our relatives committed suicide. He was in love with a kind and beautiful girl too. But things were not going well for him and he was losing hope. Then one day somebody gave him a prank call and told him that the girl and her family had accepted the proposal of somebody else and she was going to marry soon. He put the phone down, left a note, and killed himself. By doing so, not only he wasted a precious lifetime, he also hurt his family and even the girl he loved. When I heard the story of this poor boy, I was immediately reminded of Aylin, because no matter your age, gender, orientation, or taste, if you spend some time around Aylin, you are bound to fall for her. It's only a matter of time. So this got me thinking. With Aylin going to college in near future, what's gonna happen to all her lovers? All the boys and girls who will see in Aylin the same kindness and beauty that I saw. Even if just 100 boys and girls fall in love with Aylin and just one of them hurts himself or herself, that's still one soul, one life, and one family. And being the empath that she is, Aylin may never get over it either. So something had to be done in order to save Aylin and her lovers. And that's why I thought this was the perfect time to start a channel about Aylin and do my best to make it the top search result for Aylin's name, so that all her lovers could easily find this channel, where I'm going to give them all kinds of hope and tell them that they will be with their Aylin. All they need to do is become the most beautiful soul they can be, and actively wait for their chance to be born in a body and a role that Aylin could love them back, which could happen as early as their very next lifetime, but only if they try and make the best of their opportunities in this current lifetime. For me, Aylin is the best proof of reincarnation herself, because the wisdom and sympathy behind this girl's words and actions simply couldn't come from the life experience of a 17-year-old girl. We'll be talking about all kinds of stuff, real stuff, fantastic stuff, normal stuff, and paranormal stuff. But fear not, for paranormal just means something that we don't understand yet. For instance, we'll talk about lucid dreaming. Once I called Aylin's name in a lucid dream, and she came to me smiling and hugged me lovingly. After 8 months of separation from Aylin, this dream was the most beautiful thing that happened to me, and made me feel so happy and hopeful, and boosted my self-esteem and motivation. We'll also talk about out-of-body experiences. Once my soul left my body, and I saw that I can exist without it. That day, my fear of death was finally cured. Also, a member of our family once saw several of his past lives, in one of which he was a lady. And one of our relatives had a reality-shifting experience during meditation, in which she saw that she was simultaneously rowing a modern canoe on a beautiful lake. We'll also talk about manifesting our desires. Back when me and Aylin were classmates, I used to manifest my childlike fantasies with her, such as they are giving me a ride in their car, or my sitting next to her for an entire class with nobody around us so I could talk to her freely, or standing next to her in a group photo, but most poetically, walking with Aylin in the rain. Believe it or not, all of these came true, and against all the odds. As you can see, there is so much more to life than meets the eye, and there are so many interesting things for us to learn and experience. So please don't hurt yourself. Instead, hang in there with hope, and if you really believe in something, sooner or later, one way or another, it will become your reality, and you will live what you want, no matter how impossible it may seem. Did you know that the material used in creation of this collective physical reality is the exact same material used in creation of our personal dreams and fictional worlds? And that material is energy, thought, imagination. So now that you know this, I hope you'll start to regard your dreams, fantasies, and stories as potential candidates for becoming physical realities of their own. Apart from that, I feel so lucky to have discovered the concept of multiverse and parallel realities. Once me and Aylin were talking about it, and I told her that if it is true, then there's also a reality in which, instead of sitting in this classroom, the two of us are enjoying a drink at a coffee shop while chatting and laughing together freely. That's why the goofy little animations that I'll be showing you are tiny glimpses into those potential realities or worlds that I see in my dreams and daydreams. To be honest, I'm just starting to learn animation, and it'll take me a while to make decent cartoons. Until then, these goofy drawings are the only things that I can show you. You can easily draw or animate your fantasies with your own Aylin too. It's so satisfying, and definitely better than committing suicide. Even if you don't have a computer or a laptop, you can still use a simple smartphone or a notebook to envision stories about your own Aylin. Finally, I'd like to share with you my own experience with depression, and I mean apart from all the tears that accompany falling in love. Mine was chronic existential depression, the kind that would wake me up from sweet dream and I'd sit up in my bed and cry until I fell back asleep. So I want you to know that I feel for you, but I also want you to see that I didn't commit suicide. And am I glad that I didn't? Because I lived to see many beautiful things, one of which was Aylin, the beautiful girl whose soul was even more beautiful than her lovely face. Even though at the peak of my depression, I had no idea I'd meet Aylin one day if I lived. So join me in this epic quest to overcome depression and heartbreak and find hope even in the darkest corners of life. To save all Aylins and their lovers, please subscribe, like and share. Thank you and see you next time.